Hi everyone, today we're looking at 5, maybe 6 of the most important questions you need to ask yourselves before buying your next or maybe your first EMTB. The first consideration you might need to make is how much power do you need? Do you need more or do you need less? Now, let's say that we make a classification on e-bikes a bit like wine. So you'd be replacing torque for alcohol content. Now, there is one problem with torque, is that it's just a number. Nevertheless, it does give you a general idea of the amount of power of that EMTB. So for example, let's call them light, medium and full-bodied e-bikes. So a light assist bike will be, say, less than 50 Newton meters. Examples of that will be the Maxon drive. A mid-assist bike will be 50 Newton meters to 75 Newton meters. You've got TQ, Fazua and Specialized with the Levo SL. And then the full-bodied e-bikes, lots of brands. You've got Shimano, Bosch, Bros, Yamaha, Bafang, Polini, Rocky Mountain. There's lots. So power is the first decision you need to make. Now here's 3 reasons you might want more power. First of all, you might be a heavier person, as this will allow you to climb steeper climbs. Secondly, you simply enjoy riding technical uphill terrain. And thirdly, you ride in very muddy conditions. What about if you want less power? Well, choose a lighter assist bike if, well, you're a lighter rider. Secondly, the trails you ride are not overly demanding. And thirdly, your riding or transport or home means you need to be able to lift and carry your bike. Now, if you're undecided about power, I highly recommend you get yourself to a demo day and try all the different power bikes available. Now, second on the list is range. Do you want more or less range? Now, I would highly recommend, again, that you err on the side of having more range if you're undecided. There's lots of things which affect range: rider weight, conditions, climate, the amount of climbing you're going to be doing, the mode you're using, and also some simple things such as the tyres. But here's 3 ideas on how you can actually get more range. First of all, a simple one, just buy a spare battery. Secondly, make sure your bike is compatible for modular battery systems, such as on the Bosch Smart System or the Canyon bikes with 720 or 900 options. Also with the Norco bikes. And thirdly, as with the many light to mid-assist bikes, is get a range extender. Now remember, if you're adding more battery capacity to your bike, and it's going to increase the weight of your bike. So for example, if you've got a light to mid-assist bike which is weighing 18 kilos, by the time you put, say, a range extender on there, it's going to get closer to 20 kilos. At that point, you might consider getting a full power bike, because there's many full power bikes now around about 20 to 21 kilos. Number 3, the third consideration you might want to make is, do you actually want a quieter riding experience when you're out in your EMTB? And it is true that lots of the mid-assist bikes, such as the Bosch SX and the TQ and the Fazua, are actually quieter out on the trail. Number 4 is, do you want to put in more or less effort? Now, I have to say that effort is actually a mindset. It's got nothing whatsoever to do with the power of the EMTB. And that might be contrary to what many people are saying about light to mid-assist compared to full power bikes. Because what happens with a full power bike when you're out on the trail, things just happen quicker. The hills come up on you quicker, you're going to be doing more downhills. So actually you might find that your heart rate is exactly the same on a full power bike as it is on a light to mid-assist bike. Okay, Craig, where are we? Are we at 4 or 5? Let's call it number 5. Right, do you want your bike to be more or less nimble? I'm sure everybody wants their bike to be nimble now. Nimbleness comes from good suspension design, good dampers, good geometry and componentry to allow you to move the bike around. It is not just about the weight of the bike. So we just so happen to have some Two probably of the finest examples of great suspension design on e-mounted bikes, the Canyon Spectral Arm and the White E-Lights. The guys who've designed these bikes know how to make a lively bike. So the problem with some bike brands, they tell you that lighter bikes are more nimble. You could actually argue that lighter bikes, in the respect of some brands, are actually more nervy. So we need to be very careful on how we phrase things when it comes to nimbleness. Okay, I'm going to give you guys two bonus considerations. The first one is, do you want a bike which weighs less? If you do, simply buy a bike that weighs less. And the final one is, do you want less weight taken out of your pocket when you're purchasing your first or your second or your third e-mounted bike? The simple answer is go for an alloy version and not a carbon one. There you go, folks. 6 very simple considerations to take into account when you're buying your first or your next e-mounted bike. Most importantly of all, though, please let us know if you've got any questions. I'm more than happy to help you answer them. And give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and we'll see you next time.